Hey guys, this is the YouTube version of my show. I don't love the idea of even putting it out like this, but I'm going to use YouTube to stay in touch with you guys from now on. That means this version is missing all the stories about coronavirus, insurrection, your Second Amendment rights, and more. All of these, of course, are usually my most honest, brutal, and important stories. Anyway, you can get the entire unfiltered and uncensored show for free by going to thecomicsgym.com or nickdip.com. It's still free on both of these sites, too. And if you want extra content each day, join at patreon.com or thecomicsgym.com for the daily encore show. Also, while you're on these sites, please make a contribution to keep this show free and check out my tour dates. I'll be in Phoenix, Raleigh, New York, and Texas in the up-and-coming months. Remember, you guys keep thinking it, I'll keep saying it, and please enjoy, and please share today's episode. Talk to you soon. I am so sick and tired of the liberal agenda that is destroying our country, from our schools to our workplaces to our media. It's literally everywhere. Well, everywhere maybe, but not this show. Never. Here you get the truth, unfiltered and unapologetic. I don't care if I hurt feelings or if I take a position that isn't agreeable or if I step on somebody's toes. I call them the way I see them, and then I put it out there for free. To keep this show free, I need your help. Please go to nickdip.com and make a contribution, or even better, subscribe at thecomicsgym.com or on Patreon today and get an extra encore show each day. Discounts on merchandise and a whole lot more. Thank you guys so much for watching, sharing, and contributing to the best show, in my opinion, on the internet and the most honest. You guys make it happen. Hi, everybody. Excuse me. Welcome to the show. How are you? Today we have some great egg salad recipes, and we're going to talk about all kinds of stuff. I can't wait to get to it. Finally, I'm having my annual physical today, so at least somebody will stick their finger in my ass. I'll guarantee that much. It's never a fucking broad. Always some guy in his 60s. Where's the doctors I see in the porn flicks, the nurses, the giant tits? Anyways, what else? Real quick. What did I do? I was up till 2:30 watching a downhill skiing. I got to tell you, if I could come back as anything, I've only skied, a dozen times in my life, but there's something about being in a tuck position. I don't know how to ski, so I'm in the tuck position. My chin's a foot off the snow, and I'm doing, probably 40, which is no way to. Watching these guys last night, and they were saying it was kind of slow, the wind, they were going 75. But they said the day before in the pre-trials they were hitting 87 on fucking skis. Talk about athletic ability and balance and shit. I just, same with giant slalom, same thing. And that fucking mountain, I'm not even a big Olympics. When I was a kid, I loved the Olympics, and in my 20s, and then I stopped for years. But there's nothing else on right now. So, I fucking, and I always loved downhill. I love luge. Winter Olympics to me is way better than summer because people can die. You don't really die if you fall off the balance beam and shit or playing basketball. How about the luge? Luge guys do 90 on their little sleds. I mean, one mistake and you're fucking beheaded. Anyways, and the chicks are blowing me away with these freestyle, they have a shed. I don't even know what it's called, but they're snowboarders, and they have like a course that with these jumps that are fucking, they're doing 6, 7, 8 revolutions. There's a shed that they built, strategically placed with snow on it, where they go off the roof, It looks, if I was a kid, it looks like literally you're flying. I mean, it is, I was fucking riveted, but especially the downhill. Only one real spill. But anyways, if I could come back as anything, I don't think they get their due as far as being great athletes. You're fucking on skis this wide and you're doing 80 plus miles an hour and you go off balance and you catch yourself. The fuck? I'll tip over a car with doing that. All right, enough to it. Let's get to the goddamn show, Nick. In the N-word tonight, real quick, I want to get it off my chest. I saw some guy's last name is Lye, L-Y-E, which is ironic because he's a golf guy, whatever. Anyways, he's got a Sirius radio sports program, and he got fired because he was talking about women's basketball, and I'm paraphrasing WNBA, and he said, he goes, when I'm watching that, somebody get me a gun, I'm paraphrasing, and how horrible it is and stuff. But he also said how great female golf is and blah, blah, blah. But no, that's not enough when you're a white heterosexual male to have an opinion that's negative about women, if you want to call the WNBA women. That's where we are, though. If you want to know why political correctness was invented, it was to shut up white, straight, mostly Christian males. And we've had fucking enough already. Enough. Can we start fighting back? Everybody start dropping, I can't say it. Just speak your goddamn mind and let the cards fall where they may. And if you get fired, take it into your own hands. That's all I got to say. God damn it, I'm sick of this world. All right, let's get on with the show.
Well, we're waiting.
Yeah, you're going to keep waiting, dead Ted. All right, and our first story tonight, Democratic strategist James Carville, who looks like he's got a hat on. You take the hat on, he's bald. He looks like a snake with glasses or a penis. Anyways, he's been around forever. I kind of like him, I got to be honest. He's a Louisiana cracker. He cursed out individuals on his podcast last week, saying anyone without a was a piece of shit. And he wanted to punch them in the face.
Put 'em up, put 'em up.
Wow, that's some real heavy political jargon you're laying on us there. Can you put it in layman's terms, James? How you feel? On Thursday's Politics War Room with James Carville and Al Carville and a listener question wondering why President Biden would not pass a bill that bars citizens from interstate travel. Really? Let me answer that for you, caller, because there's something called the Constitution, you shit for brains. And you can't tell Americans where and where they can't go. Can you imagine we have a country now filled with people who are for this type of authoritarian dictatorship fucking horseshit? I wouldn't be against that at all, Carville said, with his stupid duck hunting accent. I'd be for, actually, as long as you're put or test in before you get on a plane or a bus or interstate train, you want to be tested. I don't think the Supreme Court would allow him to do that, Hunt said. And then Carville weighed in. I don't either. I'm a penis with glasses. He says, I don't either. I don't think he should spend much capital trying to get something done that's not going to get passed or get knocked down, Hunt said. Carville continued his stupid rant by suggesting a law giving immunity for anyone. You get immunity if you punch somebody in the face that's You're
a real crumb bum.
He actually said it. Listen.
All we should do is pass a law to make you immune from liability if you punch some unvaccinated person right in the faces, which I'd really like to do. If you ask me what's my first reaction to you if you're not vaccinated and you don't have any medical reason not to be, you're a piece of shit. Okay? Just punch you right in the goddamn face. That's the way I look at these people.
Agreed.
Agreed, are you, Al? At least fucking Carville was the brains behind Clinton. Agreed. Do you really? You agree? Headline, Joe Biden bad for the blue. According to an analysis of data collected by the FBI, more police officers were intentionally killed in the line of duty in 2021, President Biden's first year in office, than any other year since 1995.
What murder?
Yeah. 2005, 2005, 27 years. Gee, you think it has anything to do with the message? And Joe says, I never said defund the police. I don't give a fuck. All your cronies and the people that are handling you did. You think it's got anything to do with the overreaction to the George Floyd death and the fucking literally 500 riots that took place, and CNN and MSNBC and all you other jerk-offs just repeating over and over again how cops are wrong and how they fucking hunt down young, the whole false narrative for the last, you think it has anything to do with that? Saying we have to break up the police, reimagine the police, crime through the fucking roof, no bail now, they go right back on the, you think it has anything to do, it has everything to do with it. The blood is on, and they can't even fucking admit it. That's why they get you looking over here at something else, distracting you with something else. Fucking Biden's got blood on his hands. Police blood. Okay? Nobody respects the cops, which it should be just the opposite, in my opinion. The FBI's LEOKA, that stands for Law Enforcement Officers Killed in Action, data found 73 officers were intentionally killed in 2021. As the Heartland Institute pointed out in their analysis of the data, nothing noting, we found felonious killings of law enforcement officers skyrocketed in 2020, increased by more than 58.7% in a single year. Nice going, Democrats. Learn your fucking Marxist tactics. It's what they do. They call you paranoid. They call you crazy. They gaslight you. They've been doing it for years. Put a dick in his hand right now. Put it right in his fucking choppers. In 2021, 73 law enforcement officers were feloniously killed compared to 46 in 2020 and 48 in 2019, okay?
What the hell's going on out here?
Just your liberal politics. Jason Johnson, president of the Law Enforcement Legal Defense Fund, told Fox News, we believe it's a combination of George Floyd protest riots, if you will, a general feeling of a preference for less law enforcement, which is right on the goddamn nose, and less prosecution and less policing. Law enforcement officers have essentially been marginalized and demoralized and cast aside and encouraged not to enforce the law. I dare you to argue with any of those points because, see, you can prove them with a pad and paper and numbers. So we've seen a massive jumps in homicide rate in the cities across America. Who would have guessed? You take dangerous people, turn them back out on the... I love this, the prisons are too full. What? No. Build more. We have too many... No, we don't. We don't have enough. That's not how you do it. Oh, it's getting crowded. Crime's through the roof. Don't fucking, and it's a revolving door. I'm so tired of hearing how racist the fucking justice system, every brother with a police record's back on the street in 3 seconds. And white guys, I don't mean just to say the blacks, the whites are pretty bad. There's some Hispanics in there. You happy now? He added that it's natural rising homicide rates in major U.S. cities have also resulted in many more officers being assaulted because a lot of leaders in these cities and leaders in Congress and leaders in the White House have really voiced a lack of respect for law enforcement officers. You got that fucking right.
This is CNN, the most trusted name in news.
It never was. Especially now, it's hilarious. Do they still play that?
No, I haven't heard it. Of course, I don't watch CNN, so.
Yeah, you do. You love it. Police don't expect you to be supportive if what they've done is wrong, Johnson continued. That's certainly not what we're asking for. What we ask for is that the president and the administration not make a premature judgment and frankly wrong comments next time a viral video comes out, which is exactly right. You know what I mean? What did Biden this year, remember? Oh, how about the black guy that runs down everybody in the parade in Milwaukee, whatever the fuck? Remember? Not even a word. Didn't go visit him. Just not even a fucking peep. But during the riots, fucking doesn't say shit when they're burning down the cities. And he went to New York. Boy, that was embarrassing. I guess that was while I was sick. When he talked to the cops in New York, just read this boilerplate liberal talking points we've been hearing for 40 years. It's the guns. It's the gun. Anyways, Johnson concluded, until and unless we see some leadership both in the White House and in individual cities, district attorneys that are willing to hold police accountable. This guy's on the wrong fucking side, too. When they're wrong, but are willing to support them when they're right, we're going to continue to speak up, not only with increasing levels of violent crime, but increasing numbers of assaults and the killing of law enforcement officers. You don't have to reimagine you have to reimagine the black nuclear family. That's what you have to do. I'm watching, I won't even say the show, but I'm watching, you can't have an honest discussion about race on TV. You just can't, because they come right up to the edge and they can't say what needs to be said at that point that would further the dialogue that we always talk about. They go right up to the fucking edge, and then they can't. They just can't have it because they're going to lose, they get canceled. They lose sponsors and shit. It really is. News on TV is almost fucking useless. It really isn't rocket scientists what's going on and who needs help and why these, But this country, anyways, fuck it. Let's go on to this filthy whore Pelosi. What's the headline here? Pelosi sucks China's dick? What kind of talk is that? I call it good talk. I call it family talk. I call it TikTok. Is that racist? Every time I say something racist. Shut up.
So stupid. It's so stupid. So fucking stupid.
The Chinese government-run Global Times, that's a newspaper I get thrown on my porch every day, asserts in a column on Sunday that the House Speaker, Nancy Pelosi, Democrat, California, glad you put that in parentheses, newspaper, was right. Listen to this. The Chinese are agreeing. Pelosi was right to tell athletes last week to resist criticizing the Communist Party while competing in the 2022 Beijing Winter Olympics.
面對面冷冷靜靜咁樣傾偈，係因為我想話你聽。
Wonton soup.
我諗對你講係一個好重要或者可能好係一種好大嘅打擊。
Ooh,
就係
making me horny. Me love you long time, Ching Flang Huang guy. Look at Pelosi hitting herself in the head, that filthy, dirty old lady. Can you imagine? What does that say about her politics, that a Chinese media is going, she's right, keep your mouth shut, or we'll hurt you? Think she has any money bankrolled in Chinese deals or whatever the fuck? She is a cancer and has been on this fucking country forever. Stick that mallet up, you stretched bug. What? I'm having fun. Pelosi, a vocal critic of the Chinese government, oh really? Decades ago, correct, advised athletes during a hearing organized by the Congressional Executive Commission. Can we get more commissions, by the way, in Congress? More levels of bureaucracy that have meetings that are fucking useless and shit. Don't do the people's work. It needs to be up. That's why I'm announcing my run for governor of Georgia. That's why I have this shirt on. Organized by Congressional Executive Commission on China last week to focus on competition and ignore human rights activists. Ignore the Uyghurs and shit. She's telling them to ignore that shit. So why don't we say to her, next time you bring up slavery or fucking inequities, ignore it. So what? A few black people have it tough. Let's see you answer with that. See how far that flies. We can't, because the whole press here is on the same side as China's free press, or whatever, state press. Focus competition, ignore human rights activists and Chinese dissidents who have spent over a year urging them to champion the causes of victims of Chinese communism. But she said, while you're over there, just keep your mouth shut. Pelosi.
Who the fuck said that?
You know who said it.
Who's the slimy little communist shit twinkle-toed cocksucker down here who just signed his own death warrant?
Sound familiar, Dallas?
Oh, yeah.
This is Pelosi talk. I would say to our athletes, I can't believe she's still alive. Wah, wah, wah. She's going to stick that right Ilhan Omar's ass. I would say to our athletes, you are there to compete. Do not risk incurring the anger, fuck you, of the Chinese government because they are ruthless. Not so ruthless that I won't do business with them. What a stinky puss.
Thank you.
I know there is a temptation on the part of some to speak out while they are there. I respect that. First of all, no, you don't. You're all for shutting down conservatives. Shut your fucking hole. Boy, do we have a bunch of lying, ballless, craven jerk-offs running the country. But I also worry about what the Chinese government might do to their reputations, to their families. What are they going to do, ruin the reputation of a figure skater from, like, fucking Detroit? What? She asserted. Did she?
I kill you right now.
That's what they'll do to you.
I'm right here. Kill me.
Okay, I come with two chopsticks. I shove up your ass.
Oh, shoot chopstick. Come over here. Talk to me in the face.
Like a somebody.
That's the Chinese. That was Xi Jinping talking. You talk about my country. Come over here. Come over here, speed skater. I stick up your face. Can you imagine Pelosi actually? How's that feel, Nancy? I bet you that made her all moist, knowing that a Chinese state publication or network is agreeing with her line of thinking. In other words, piss on freedom of speech while you're here. That's the long game, folks. We have a lot of people that's pretending to represent you that fucking want to do business with China. They say that's the future and shit. Luckily, I'm 59, and I plan on getting AIDS next year when I go to this new bar in town.
Did you forget you're 60?
Did I forget what? What did I say? 59. Did I really? Oh, fuck! Did I say 59? Oh. All right, I get it already. I get it. See that? I'm already squelching it into my subconscious. As far as stand-up goes, this is my new tack. If you come out to see me, I show up and I'm funny. Don't worry about material. Seriously, it's the purest form. It's about 3 of us who can do it. I'm one of them. I'll do an hour off the top of my fucking head and have you shit in your pants. I'm not going to sit down anymore with a pad and pencil or beat myself up because I didn't do 12 jokes about, I don't know, fucking new toaster. I only want to talk about real shit, and unfortunately it changes every day. So that's a whole nother discussion. But anyways. This story was actually part of the N-word segment. Just give you a little more detail on this guy, Mark Lye. There's a term in golf. You have a terrible lie, you know? Is that how you spell it? Probably is. L-Y-E? I don't know. I'm asking a guy who jumps out of planes for a living. Anyways, the headline, Mark didn't lie. Get it? I came up with that. I should send it to the New York Post, make some money on the side. Sirius XM, my old employer, PGA Tour host Mark Lye made an inappropriate comment about the WNBA on the air on Saturday, and he was fired by the end of the weekend because he's a white fella. He's a straight white guy who said something about, well, something honest about the WNBA, which everybody knows is a piece of garbage. There are literally high school teams, male high school basketball teams that would wipe the floor with them. But they want millions of dollars and shit, and your sister's bug hole, is what I say.
You're fired.
Yeah, get out.
You're fired.
Yeah.
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 You're fired.
Yeah. Hey, do we have audio of this? Here's audio of Mr. Lye, formerly employed at Sirius, and this is why he got canned. I just, the attack again. I'm trying to name some black people that have been canceled for anything. I can't think of any. I really can't. Go ahead, let's listen to what he had to say.
I saw some highlights of ladies basketball. Man, is there a gun in the house? I'll shoot myself to watch that. You know, I love watching the men's basketball. I love watching the men's golf. I never used to like watching ladies golf, but I will tell you this. I've been up close watching these ladies play because I used to have a big function every year called the Lucas Cup, and I'd have LPGA players and PGA Tour players.
Good luck getting some WNBA stars to come play.
I know. I'm off their list.
Why would you want WNBA play? A lot of them play golf? Maybe. I don't know. The he-she's could be, whatever. Basically, what he said is what everybody knows, even a lot of women who play hoop knows, that it's painful to watch the WNBA. That's all. But again, we live in a time now where that's going to get a white guy canceled. Remember Imus saying nappy-headed hose, that whole fucking controversy, and then he apologized to him in person and shit. And it's just fucking hilarious. Meanwhile, I put on the TV and listen to black people using the word white guys and typical white this and that, fucking with impunity. It is just hilarious how fucking hypocritical this whole thing is turned into. And he's dead on. He didn't say anything dishonest. The WNBA stinks. It's subsidized by the NBA, I think. So 14 lesbians can watch it at home and pretend they're fucking interested. The funniest thing, we should have pulled this, my fault. Did you see the clip of the parade, the WNBA champion parade? We showed it on the show a few months ago. It was a fucking car or a truck or a float going down the street. Literally, people just going about their day on the sidewalk. Wow, fucking hilarious. And again, I'm not saying it's fine. I mean, girls like basketball. You know, you can get scholarships, whatever. You know, just don't get mad when somebody points out the truth about your league. That's all. But, I mean, if I had a daughter who wanted to play, you encourage them. It's fun. Sports, basketball is a fucking blast to play. It's my worst sport, by the way. But anyways, I'm just saying, for him to get canned, they don't even think about it. Amid backlash over his comments, Lye tweeted on Sunday that his comments were not rooted in sexism. I agree, they're rooted in the truth. The fact that I can relate to, that I can't, he says, relate to WNBA does not make me sexist in any way. All you haters should listen to the whole segment where I completely glorified women's golf. You don't have to. Now he's arguing wrong. I said nice stuff about female golfers. You don't even have to say that. Which he says I love to cover, and why wouldn't you? Anybody seen Paige Spiranac? She's not a pro, I don't think, but have you ever seen her, Dallas? I think so. Paige Spiranac. Look up her Twitter. When I say literally the hottest broad on the planet, period, bar none, and she pretends she golfs. It's so adorable. Anyways, Lye confirmed to golf.com he was let go by SiriusXM after a company spokesperson told the website Lye will no longer be hosting.
All right, get up.
I was terminated about comments made about the WNBA, which I apologize for starting the next segment, Lye said. On Monday, Lye responded to a fan on Twitter who said his comments went too far. And here we go again. You know, that's some guy, a fan of his, you went too far. You fucking, there is no too far. in my world.
Shut up. Mind your fucking business and shut up.
That's what he should have said. I got that when I did my tweet. This one didn't get me in trouble, or did it? No, it was the shooting in El Paso at the Walmart, and they said there's an active shooting going on. So I jumped on Twitter right away. This is before we knew anybody was dead. And I said, an active shooter, that's the first guy that ever stepped in Walmart whose lifestyle is considered active. Which people, fucking great tweet. But, a couple of, even my fans, that's funny, but the timing is really not good. What? That's what makes it hilarious. They don't get comedy. Carol Burnett said, comedy, whatever, something, tragedy plus time equal, whatever the fuck. No, it isn't. It's just the opposite. Jump on those fucking bodies while they're still warm. Doesn't take any balls to say it a year from now when it's irrelevant. But I was arguing with my fans. I said, get the fuck over the line. There is no line. Your line might be right here. Mine might be a mile away, you see? So there is no line. I've heard some horrendous shit. My dad died of fucking Alzheimer's. And I'll tell you, if he was alive and fucking had his head, be laughing too. And I want people, when I die, laughing their balls off. Seriously, if they're not fucking cracking up at my... If people aren't saying a bunch of horrible shit at my funeral, I'm talking about my comedian friends, if they're still alive, I'll be very disappointed. Guys are taking life too serious. Anyways, he said to the guy who emailed him saying you went too far, he said, agreed, but not a fireable offense. I don't even think he went too far. He just stated something that everybody knows. It's one of those big lies that we have to, speaking of big lies, you ever watch it? It's good basketball if you want to watch people play 3 feet under the rim. They still shoot from their chest. And I'm a horrible hoops player, but they still shoot from their chest. I mean, there's some girls that can really bury it, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, me at 5'9", I think I could slap some of that shit away. At 60 years of age. But you can the guy for that. And then you just put on The View and listen to how they talk about white men and shit. Yeah, I'm fucking ready to take a blowtorch to this whole fucking planet. Let's move on before I shit blood again.
No!
In our FLA segment tonight, oh boy, Florida never disappoints, does it? A Palm Bay woman, how many towns begin with the word palm in fucking Florida? That's what you're doing while you're there in the nursing home. A Palm Bay woman was arrested Sunday, accused of stabbing 2 people and pushing an elderly woman in a feud over leaf blowing. You know what? I'm with the woman already. I'm with I swear to God. Leaf blowers, I don't know. Is there a reason they can't put mufflers or a fucking governor on a leaf blower engine? Huh? Have you ever heard anything louder in your life? Even here in Georgia, my nice neighborhood. I mean deafening. I mean fucking deafening. Oh, Nick, you're getting... No. No, I lived in L.A. Every other Mexican had a backpack on. They were like aliens, no pun intended, with a leaf blower that can knock my car over or suck it up, whatever they were blowing them. But I couldn't believe the fucking... And I was in my... what was I? I was fucking 30, 29. It was bugging me then. So don't give me that shit. I've never heard a louder product. I have a chainsaw. I have... You know what I mean? You come on, you mechanics out there. Gotta be a redneck who can fix that. I fucking hate leaf blowers anyway. Anyways, so this lady has the same shitty attitude as I do. Kayong Moulton. Crazy. A little bit of Asian in those eyes. She's 66, which is creepy. She's 6 years older than me. Is accused of stabbing 2 people who live across the street from... Good for you. Good for you. Don't take no shit from nobody.
I kill you right now.
Kill me. I'm right here. Kill me.
Okay, I come with 2 chopsticks. I shove up your ass.
2 chopsticks. Come over here. Talk to me in the face.
Like a somebody.
According to the arrest affidavit, Moulton told Palm Bay police she came home Sunday afternoon and found leaves on her front lawn. Oh my God, I hope a tree didn't do it. Assuming they had been placed there by the people across the street, which I would have done, I say blow leaves and ask questions. She stabbed and asked questions later. She pulled out her leaf blower and blew them back onto their lawn. Wow. So she went from a leaf blower to a knife. One of the victims told police he saw Moulton with the leaf blower, and he and his mother went out to confront her. When the man's sister tried to intervene, he said Moulton slapped the sister.
What's the idea? Get upstairs.
Moulton slapped the sister. and a struggle ensued. According to the arrest affidavit, that's when Moulton stabbed the sister in the leg with a steak knife. Oh, that doesn't count. The leg, who cares? When the man tried to help his sister, he felt himself get stabbed.
You're fucking crazy.
Police said the brother and sister also claimed Moulton pushed their mother to the ground. These are a tough little Asian women, I told you. Even New York on the subways, if you're taking your time getting off the train, they'll knock you right on your ass. Anyway.
I'm not crazy, I just don't give a fuck.
Can you say that in Mandarin, lady? Yeah, I'm no fan of the leaf blower. Goddamn wife uses it. Fucking shakes the rafters. I'm trying to get the last 12 bars of Sweet Home Alabama down. Oh. Did you see that? Welcome to the real news. Look at the fucking mess I'm in. You wonder why I'm sick? Oh my, it's all sticky and shit. Right here, great friend of mine from the San Francisco area. Excuse me. Let's move on, shall we? So an Asian woman stabbed a few people. Come to man with them, I thought it was... What do we got here? Smooth criminal. I, being a racist, first thought this was the actions of a black man, but then I was like, what am I saying? The guy was polite and... Nick, that's right. I know, I'm just... I joke around when I say shit, you know that. All right, you got me. You got me. An armed New Mexico home invader enjoyed shrimp, beer, and a bath. Fuck, I didn't even do that. My house. Look, thank you for the picture of that. Apparently this house served shrimp cocktail. Anyways, he had shrimp, beer, and a bath before apologizing and leaving behind a couple hundred. Hey, why don't you break into my house? To fix the window he had broken, telling the homeowner he had just needed a warm place to sleep. Why don't you try a church, jack off? Right? Or a fucking shelter? Or pick my house, motherfucker. Santa Fe police responded to a residence on Sunday after a man reported he entered his home only to find 34-year-old Terrell, that's why I thought he was black, excuse me, Christensen, with an AR-style rifle. I would have probably sprinted out of my house if I saw it. According to court documents filed in Santa Fe. Who wants to live in New Mexico? What are you, fucking high? 49 other states. Anything good ever happen to there? Ugh. That, Breaking Bad was set there, but other than that, Pete fucking you. Anyways, this guy busted in and fucking enjoyed himself, and I'll show you how racist I am. This is the sound effect I picked.
I don't know what you're smiling at, watermelon.
Makes no sense when the guy's Nicolas Cage. The caller told police Christensen was drinking a beer, eating shrimp when he arrived. The invader apologizes to the homeowner, saying he needed a place to sleep, and if you got $200, go to a hotel, you fuckstain. And he put $200 on a chair before packing up his gun and a duffel bag and quietly departing. Now that's how all crime should go down. You know what I'm saying?
We ain't partners, we ain't brothers, and we ain't friends.
Christensen is believed to have entered the house via a window that he had smashed. The homeowners estimate the window will cost, guess what, $200 to replace. The homeowner told police the male was extremely embarrassed and apologetic about the situation. You don't find that when a lot of the brothers break in. Anyways, when asked why he was in the home, the criminal replied, "Why don't you ask me why I live in this shithole New Mexico?" No. Christensen said his family was killed in East Texas and he was running from somebody. Oh, in that case, unpack your bags and hide in my garage. What are you fucking... He's got a cartel after him. He told the man he had been driving, but his car... Oh, God, I've heard this one a million times from homeless. Haven't you heard that one 1,000 times? You know what's hilarious? I go to the same gas station here in Savannah, and the same guy tells me the same story every, like, a couple of weeks. I go, let me finish it for you.
Have you heard the cell phone guy yet?
What did he say? Yeah, what is it? Go ahead.
He walks up and he goes, excuse me, can I borrow your cell phone?
Black guy.
Oh, yeah.
Black guy. Gay black guy.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Every time. And I actually do finish the story for him.
Yeah. And I go, yeah, well, what am I going to do? Film you getting it in the ass? Leave me alone, young fella. Anyways, he told the man he had been driving, but his car had broken. Boy, he had a lot of stories. His car broke down 100 miles outside Santa Fe. The thoughtful home invader was arrested the next day. However, after he tried to steal a woman's car at gunpoint at a Church's Chicken in Santa Fe.
Go in the fucking kitchen and give me my big piece of chicken! I'm out of here! Thank you.
The woman told cops that she was waiting for her food in the drive-thru when Christensen allegedly approached her car door and demanded that she get out of the vehicle because he was taking it. Christensen fled after she began honking her horn.
Come on, goddammit! Come on, let's go!
He was picked up by police when he was spotted walking down a road later that day. According to court documents, Christensen police that they're missing a word. Christian told police that he had been caught in a blizzard. Oh my God, this guy's got stories. This guy should be a novelist. Caught in a blizzard on Sunday and broke into the home out of fear of freezing, the New Mexican reported. He said he felt bad about breaking the window. He refused to speak about the attempted carjacking at Church's Chicken.
And where are the white women at?
They ain't at Church's Chicken. Tell you that goddamn much. Delicious chicken, by the way. Anyways, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I got for today. It's more than enough. Look at me, I'm all in a good mood and shit. But why? I'm going to have a physical. You know how many guys in their 60s get bad news at a physical? And I mean not like bad news like, oh, you got strep. I mean like you got 6 months to pack your shit and get out of your house. What I want to find out is what the shit is growing on my back. These fucking mushrooms, like I'm a fucking fallen tree in a wet woods. I am known to have beautiful skin. Every girlfriend I've ever had loved the skin on my back. Silky. Except for the dried loads. Listen, Wah, wah, wah.
Come on, goddammit! Come on, let's go! Let's go!
It's something you never hear in Savannah. All right, folks, that's it. Don't forget the comicsgym.com, nickdip.com, cameo.com. Go to cameo.com if you want me to roast a friend or relative. I'll make a video right on my phone. We'll give him a zing-zangler. People love it. Or you could be nice. Say happy birthday to Grammy, who's got about a week left, thanks to the fucking Chinese. You guys think it, I'll say it. You're very welcome. See you back here at the same time tomorrow. Have a good day.